Cournot Competition is one of the most famous oligopolies model. So of course, for the simplicity, we'll examine the case when there are only two companies in the market, right? But then, the basic situation of Cournot Competition is that these companies produce same product, so homogeneous product. Consumer cannot differentiate from each other. Therefore, there will be only one market demand for the same product, and there's only one market price that apply to both companies. So it's a homogeneous product. And then, when each company make decision, it is the decision on the quantity of output. So it is called, Cournot competition is called often as quantity competition. As the decision each company makes is the quantity of output. And then particular thing about this Cournot competition is, of course, we assume each participant in the market, each firm here is rational. They want to maximize their own profit, right? And also they know other companies' cost function and also know that other companies are rational too. So that make each company predict other companies' decision making. But when each company determine their profit maximizing quantity of output decision, other company decision is not in their hand. So each company make optimal decision, assuming other company's decision is already determined as if it is constant. So that's the assumption. Let's look at the example given in the slide. So there are two firms A and B in this market. So we are looking at duopoly, right? Two firms competing each other. Then the market demand function for homogeneous product will be price equal 100 minus Q. And as we have two company, QA, company A and B, we can actually rewrite this one as 100 minus Q, the total quantity of supply will be sum of each company's output, QA, QB. So QA stands for the quantity of output produced by company A. QB is the quantity of output produced by company B. The marginal cost for company A, MCA, is equal to 4 plus quantity of output it produces. And the marginal cost for company B is the same index except subscript B, right? So how do we find these companies' profit maximizing or optimal quantity of output decision? So first, think about for each company, let's say company A, right? Then of course, it tried to maximize profit by equating marginal revenue and marginal cost. Then as you have inverse demand function here, right? So remember, inverse demand function leads you to write marginal revenue very easily in case of linear demand function, right? Which it has same vertical intercept minus 2 multiply in front of the quantity of output or constant multiply quantity of output, right? But then if you look here, let me change the color. If you look here, price equal 100, we are looking for company A, 100 minus QA minus QB, right? Then QB is a constant to company A because company A cannot do anything about the decision making on quantity QB. So QB is a constant. So this inverse demand function is written as P equal 100 minus QB, which are both constants, to the view of company A minus QB, okay, QA. So when you write marginal revenue function for company A, it is in fact same vertical intercept 100 minus QB as these two are given to company A, which is not controllable by company A. And then you look at this term QA and multiply 2 in the front. So marginal revenue for company A is in fact 100 minus QB minus 2QA. Then same thing for company B. Marginal revenue for company B. Again, if you look, company B can now control QB, which is its own quantity decision. But QA will be determined by company A. So it is as if it's fixed by other company A. So it is like constant to company B. So 100 minus 2Q minus QA is given to company B, and you multiply 2 in front of QB, right? So these are marginal revenue function for each company, and of course each company will maximize its output by profit by equating to marginal cost, which is equal to 4 plus QA for company A and 4 plus QB for company B. So look at this and this, right? Then this for company A's profit maximizing decision by equating marginal revenue and marginal cost. Then if I write it again here, it will be 100 minus QB minus 2QA equals to 4 plus QA. Then I can rewrite as 96 minus QB, right? Moving 4 to the left, moving this one to the right, I have 3QA, right? So if I rewrite this one, let me change the color again, then I can rewrite as QA equal 96 divided by 3, well, sorry about this, 96 minus QB, and a whole term in the right hand side divided by 3, right? So let me delete this one. So we arrived at one expression saying that, so we actually rearranged profit maximized decision for company A as this equation, saying that company A, when it tried to maximize its profit, its quantity of output should follow this expression. And of course, company B's quantity decision will be given as if it's some external factor that company A cannot control. But once company A know how many output other company produces, you can also calculate company A's optimal quantity of output, right? So this function QA equal, well, maybe simplify this term, 96 divided by 3 will be 32, right? So I can rewrite this as this. So QA equal 32 minus 1 over 3 QB. This optimal decision making for company A that related to other company decision or action, this is called company A's reaction function. Reaction function. So basically this profit maximizing principle guide company A how to react to maximize profit whenever other company B acts to decide quantity of QB. Interesting, right? Company A's in oligopoly market quantity decision directly affected by its rival decision. So it is called reaction function for company A. And note that, or notice that, everything in this market are same for each company. Marginal cost function is the same, right? And of course, the form of marginal revenue function, if you swap the names, are same. So you can anticipate, in fact, QA equal QB will be the same. And of course, if you do not have this one, you can just rewrite this one and you have very same expression by swapping A and B. Company B's reaction function will be written as this one too. This one B's reaction function. But then you can see that by swapping A and B, everything are the same, which means optimal quantity decision will be the same. So by using this intuition, you can replace QB with the QA. Then QA will be 32 minus 1 over 3 QA, right? Then you have, by moving this one to the left, 4 over 3 QA equal 32. Therefore, QA equal 32. And let's multiply 3 over 4 each side, right? So this will be cancelled out. So you can find optimal quantity of output for company A, which is same for company B. And this quantity of output will be 96 divided by 4, which is giving you 24. So each company will produce 24 output. So total of 48 units will be produced in this duopoly market. And of course, market price will be 100 minus 48. So market price will be 52, right? So price P will be 52. Thank you for watching.